Slowed visual processing represents a subtle but deeply significant form of cognitive decline, one that often goes unnoticed until it begins to affect daily life. It is the gradual reduction in the brain's ability to interpret and respond to visual information efficiently. When this process slows down, tasks that once seemed effortless, like recognizing a face in a crowd, reacting to a traffic light, or navigating a cluttered room, begin to demand more concentration and time. You might notice slight hesitations when identifying objects, increased mistakes when reading, or delayed responses when something moves unexpectedly in your field of view. These are not just visual quirks. They are signals that the brain's occipital and parietal processing systems, the regions responsible for interpreting and integrating visual input, are losing their speed and coordination. The danger lies in underestimating these early signs, because slowed visual processing can precede broader cognitive aging, affecting attention, memory, and decision-making. The warning should be taken seriously. Slowed visual perception increases the risk of accidents, reduces driving safety, and impairs the ability to learn through observation, a critical skill in both work and daily routines. It can also lead to subtle emotional consequences: frustration, avoidance of complex environments, and loss of confidence in one's spatial abilities. These reactions, if left unchecked, can accelerate cognitive withdrawal and contribute to what neuroscientists call use-dependent decline. When the brain is not regularly challenged to process sensory information quickly, it begins to economize by letting certain neural pathways weaken. Over time, the result is not just slower vision but a slower mind. Yet, there is also a profoundly positive truth hidden in this problem. The visual brain is remarkably plastic. Even in older adults, the networks responsible for visual perception and reaction speed can be retrained and strengthened. Cognitive neuroscience has shown that targeted visual and speed-based exercises can restore a large portion of lost performance. Digital platforms such as BrainHQ include useful field of view and double decision training, tasks designed to expand visual attention, improve recognition speed, and enhance real-world reaction times. These exercises simulate conditions that force the brain to rapidly identify and locate targets while ignoring distractions, effectively sharpening the visual cortex and improving neural efficiency. Engaging in such tasks for as little as 15 to 20 minutes daily can lead to measurable gains in processing speed, spatial awareness, and situational responsiveness. Physical coordination exercises also have a major impact. Activities that require eye-hand synchronization, such as table tennis, dancing, or ball sports, stimulate the integration between visual and motor cortices, improving both perception and response time. Even simple home-based activities like tossing a ball against a wall, tracking its rebound, or practicing catching with a non-dominant hand can reawaken these pathways. The key is not intensity but frequency. Small, consistent visual challenges keep neural circuits active and prevent cortical slowing. Virtual reality or motion tracking video games can also provide safe, engaging environments for visual motor retraining, particularly for older adults. Nutrition plays a central role in preserving visual processing speed because the retina and visual cortex are among the most metabolically active tissues in the body. They require a constant supply of antioxidants and structural nutrients to function efficiently. Lutein and zeaxanthin, carotenoids found in kale, spinach, collard greens, eggs, and corn, accumulate in the macula, the central part of the retina, where they protect against oxidative stress and filter harmful blue light. Higher intake of these nutrients is strongly associated with faster visual processing and better contrast sensitivity. Studies have shown that individuals who consume lutein and zeaxanthin-rich diets perform better on tasks that require rapid visual discrimination and reaction. Including these foods regularly, such as adding spinach or kale to smoothies, consuming eggs for breakfast, or incorporating colorful vegetables into daily meals, helps maintain the neural vitality of the visual system. Equally critical are omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, which forms a major structural component of the retina and synaptic membranes. A deficiency in DHA can lead to slower signal transmission between the eye and brain. Incorporating fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel 2 to 3 times per week, or plant-based sources like flax seeds and walnuts, enhances synaptic fluidity and boosts the transmission of visual information. Vitamins C and E, found in citrus fruits, nuts, and avocados, also protect the retina from oxidative damage that can otherwise slow visual processing. The combination of carotenoids, omega-3s, and antioxidants creates a powerful defense against the metabolic stressors that cause visual sluggishness. Sleep is another underestimated factor in visual performance. The visual cortex relies on deep sleep for reorganization and consolidation of sensory input. Inadequate or poor quality sleep impairs not only attention but also the ability to interpret visual data efficiently. Even one night of insufficient sleep can reduce visual reaction speed and accuracy. Maintaining a consistent sleep routine, with at least 7 hours of quality rest and avoidance of bright screens before bedtime, allows the retina and brain to recover and recalibrate. The warning here is that chronic sleep deprivation will eventually erode both focus and visual speed, even in otherwise healthy individuals. Stress also interferes with visual processing by diverting neural resources from the occipital and parietal lobes toward the amygdala, the emotional center of the brain. Under stress, the mind becomes hypervigilant but inefficient, focusing on perceived threats rather than on accurate perception. Practicing slow breathing, yoga, or meditation helps regulate stress hormones and redirect cognitive energy toward controlled, accurate visual interpretation. Mindfulness exercises that include visual focus, such as observing natural patterns or watching candlelight, can improve both calmness and clarity, strengthening visual precision through relaxed awareness. To rebuild visual speed in daily life, it's essential to create a structured, brain-stimulating environment. Begin your day with short visual challenges. Scan a page of text and identify specific letters or words, or try briefly glancing at a complex image and describing what you recall. During routine activities, train your visual tracking by following moving objects, such as cars on the street or birds in flight. When reading, practice expanding your visual field by taking in several words at once instead of fixating on each one. These exercises enhance not only speed but also comprehension and coordination. Lighting and ergonomics also matter. Insufficient lighting forces the visual cortex to work harder, leading to fatigue and delayed processing. Natural light is ideal, but if unavailable, use balanced artificial lighting that reduces glare. Adjust screen brightness to match ambient conditions and take short breaks from near-focus tasks every 20 to 30 minutes to prevent eye strain. Maintaining proper hydration supports the eye's lens and retina, while regular blinking prevents visual fatigue caused by excessive screen use. The positive message is that slowed visual processing, though often discouraging, is far from irreversible. The visual system, like muscle, thrives on challenge and recovery. By combining daily visual training, nutrient-rich foods, physical coordination activities, and proper rest, you can restore a large portion of your natural visual agility. Within weeks, many people notice quicker pattern recognition, sharper awareness of movement, and improved reading fluency. Yet, the warning remains clear. Ignoring these subtle delays risks allowing the brain to adapt to slowness, a dangerous form of cognitive resignation. To prevent this, cultivate habits that keep your visual world dynamic and your mind engaged. The eyes feed the brain with the raw material of experience. Protecting and training them means protecting the mind itself. A faster visual brain does not just see more clearly, it thinks more clearly, reacts more wisely, and ages more gracefully.